Namaskar. I'm Dr. Sonali Naik. Today we are going to read the ninth chapter from Gajanan Vijay Granth. Before that, let us do a meditation. Sit quietly, close your eyes. Focus your attention between your two eyebrows. See in your mind's eye. You are sitting at a very beautiful place. It is a seashore. Cool breeze is blowing. You can hear the beautiful music of the waves. You are very happy, filled with peace, meditating upon Lord Rama. Lord Rama is standing in front of you. Seeing him, you are filled with happiness and peace. You bow to him. He gives you his blessings that you may remain healthy and happy forever. The protective cover of his blessings stays with you all your life. Within this protective cover, you are forever guided, forever loved, forever guarded, forever prospered. Because of this, your life is filled with endless enthusiasm, wonderful peace, amazing sweetness, and continual happiness. Give thanks. Slowly open your eyes. Jai Gajanan. Shri Ganesha Nama. Consort of Rukmini, residing by the Chandrabhaga river, playing flute and blessing the seers, you are the savior of all the browbeaten. A sea of compassion spread all over, people who are great, radiate in spite of pettiness around. Almighty comes into prominence wherein the sinners abound. You are called the Savior because of us sinners. Touchstone gets importance because it turns iron into gold. The river Godavari is holy because of its tributaries. O Madhav, think this over and do me a favor. Please lend me a helping hand to save me from going under. A famous devotee singing laurels to God once came to offer such prayers at Shega. This was at Shiva's temple, which was ancient. An affluent person named Mote had renovated it. Nowadays, the rich are not fond of temples. They like cars, clubs, and bicycles. Mote was not a person of that sort. He was a keen devotee of God. He renovated the place for the people. That's how it was called Mote's temple. The singer of hymns, Govind Bua Takrikar, camped that day at this temple, tying his horse. At the front entrance, the beast was very rough. It kicked people who came close. Sometimes it snapped the tied ropes. Sometimes it sprinted into the woods. It neighed all day and night as per its moods. It was a package of all bad habits. Govind Bua had made a special chain to fix it, but he forgot to bring it in this visit. He got a rope and tied it with the hope that it would not cut loose while the boa was resting in the temple. When it was midnight and the world was plunged in the darkness, when the nocturnal birds frightened all while in search of their daily snatch, when the gates of town were closed and dead silence prevailed around, and not a soul was seen on the road, Saint Gajanan came to the site where the horse was tied. Saints take birth on the surface of this earth as ordained by the Creator to improve the behavior of hopeless characters. Just as medication cures diseases, the saints help remove wickedness from the misguided masses. Saint Gajanan walked to the steed and slept in the place under it indeed. He recited his favorite hymn, Gana Gana Ganatha Bhote, all the time, saying, understand always, soul and Brahma are the same. Don't you ever think that they are different entities. There are a few variations to the hymn, yet the purport is the same sublime. The horse stood still all the time and was always apprehensive of what the horse would do. Bua was always apprehensive of what the horse would do. He often got up to check up on its tricks. When he saw the horse standing still, for a moment he thought it was ill. This was an unusual scene for Govind, as never before he saw it so tranquil. He went to the proximity with great anxiety and was astonished to see someone sleeping under the standing beast. When he carefully looked down, he saw Saint Gajanan on the ground. He could now easily decipher the reason of the horse being somber. The horse was quietened down by the saint, like a scent of musk subduing bad smell. Boa put his head on the feet of the saint and said, "O saint, you are really Gajanan, who removes all obstructions. I have experienced it today. People were scared of its behavior, which you have corrected in the colt this way. It was a habit. It has a habit of jumping and kicking while it is walking. I was fed up with it and wanted to sell it. Unfortunately, no one would buy it, not even take it for free. I am obliged to you for calming it down. Horse of a preacher like me should be as gentle as it can be. A tiger is a great danger in the shepherd's house. Thus, with the influence of Sri Gajanan, the horse gone off track came to be normal. Saint said to the horse, "Leave your bad habits and turn to be a gentle animal. You are standing in front of God Shiva. Behave like a humble bull. Now don't try to bother anyone." The saint went his way after correcting the horse. Next day, when he was in the garden, Boa came to see him riding his animal. People of Shega, who knew the horse well, said, "Why did you bring this horse of bad spell? It'll do harm to the ladies and children." Boa said, "Now, the colt is somber because of the blessings of Saint Gajanan. Its queer habits have disappeared overnight. None should now be scared of it." The horse stood free under the tree without a rope or a chain. This was all due to the blessing of the saint. Fresh vegetables and green grass was around. The horse did not touch them, though it was untied. See how saints have power to change habits unsound. Boa praised Maharaj with prayers that follows. "No one in the world understands your acts. Your benediction will guide even a villain to the right path. You have the power to sense shortcomings. Please sanctify me with your kind blessings." So saying, Govindbua left for Takri. People came to Shega from far and near to see the saint and fulfill their desires. Among them were two Brahmins from Barapur who pledged to bring heroin on their next tour against the fulfillment of their wishes. They knew the saint preferred to smoke over sweets. They forgot about the heroin on their next visit. They felt shy and vowed to do double for the next time. Seeing them again, the saint said to Bhaskar, "Look at these people's behavior. They promise something and don't recall it. They are Brahmins and should behave as they preach. That's how the caste has lost its prestige. If they vow things and forget it, how can their desires get fulfilled? They better honor their vow before asking God's blessings." The Brahmins were extremely hurt to hear this sharp remark and looked at each other with great surprise as to how the saint could fathom their intent. As they saw that the saint knew everything about the vows and the subsequent failings, they got up to go to the market and get heroin as promised to the saint. Whereupon Gajanan's remarks were quick. "Why are you crying over spilt milk? I don't have any grace for heroin, so don't run to the market in vain. Only remember one thing, keep your promises to deserve God's blessings, as liars never can achieve them. Now go and get it when your desires are fulfilled. Your wish will be fulfilled next week, but remember to come here 5 times for a glimpse of Lord Shiva the Mighty. With his blessings, God Kuber got wealthy. Go bow down to him and do not forget to bring heroin on your visit next." One should never violate vows made to gods and saints. They accordingly bowed to God Shiva in the crowd before returning to their town. Next week, after their wishes were fulfilled, they came back with the heroin pack, as per the promise which was neglected before. There is another story from Barapur. In that town lived Balakrishna, a devotee of Samarth Sri Ramadas Swami. His wife Uttarabai was a pious lady. They used to visit Sajjangad on foot. The journey used to start in the month of Paush, with a horse to carry their luggage, consisting of a handrace, daspot, and a carpet. Their pietiness did not harbor any ego. The couple collected alms on the way. They offered food to God before they ate. It was one of their journey's traits. They used to leave Barapur town on the 9th day of Paush in the waning moon. He played sandalwood clippers and she the cymbals. On their lips they had the name of Sri Ram. They travelled to Sajjangarh via Shekha, Khamgaon, Mehekar, Deogaon Raja, then Anandi Swami's abode Jalna, further to village Jamb, the birthplace of Saint Ramdas. They used to stay there for 3 days before proceeding to Devara, Beed, Mahori. The next stop was Dungao, birthplace of Kalyan, who was a devotee of Saint Ramdas. They touched Narsinghpur, Pandharpur, Natepote, Vai, Satara, Shingnapur before reaching Sachangarh in Magh on the first day of the waning moon to attend the celebrations of Magh Navami as an offering to Saint Ramdas Swami. They arranged for food for Brahmins as far as their finances could permit. It is really difficult now to find a devotee of his status in the community. After the Das Navami event, they returned to Barapur the way they came. This routine continued year after year until Balakrishna reached his 60th year. At 60, when he started on the return journey, he sat near the Samadhi of the Swami. With tears in his eyes and sadness in his heart, he appealed to Saint Ramdas with a humble mind. O all powerful Ramdas, my mentor and my guide, I am getting old now. My age I cannot hide. Henceforth, I may not be able to walk the distance. Even coming on vehicles seemed to be difficult. I have been following the routine so far, but it does not seem to be possible hereafter. As far as you know, good health is an essential thing in the observance of any devotional routine. Praying thus, Balakrishna fell asleep. He saw Ramdas in his dream. The saint started speaking to him. He said, Don't be distressed. You need not henceforth come to visit this place, Sajjangarh. I am much pleased with your devotion. You can celebrate the Navami function in your house for next year onwards. I will be there on that day. Take this as my promise. Be prudent in your expenditure. Any expenses on such functions should be within the means of the devotee. Balakrishna was happy over the dream. He and his wife came back to Barapur in time. On the 1st of Magh, in his town next year, he initiated the function with a fanfare. It started with reading of Das both in the morning, culminating in prayers in the evening. Food was served to Brahmins at lunchtime. At dusk, an arti was sung in good rhyme. During the celebrations all these days, one thought kept bothering Balakrishna always. When will the Swami come as promised? Will he arrive on the day specified? The villagers had contributed cash with zeal as per devotee Balakrishna's appeal, which saw the function go galore in that small town of Badapur. On the 9th day, there was a surprise. At noon, Gajanan Maharaj appeared at the site. When Balakrishna and the gathering were offering worship to Ramachandra, the Supreme Being, Balakrishna was happy to see the saint, yet at the same time he said he had been eagerly looking forward to the arrival of Swami as per his word. I don't believe that his promise will fail. While these thoughts were to the fore, Sri Gajanan stood at the door and said aloud, Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha, a slogan in praise of God Ramachandra. He recited lines from Songs of Mind, saying how the touch of Ram's feet changed a rock back to Ahalya and she attained bliss. These were compositions of Ramdas. Balakrishna saw the saint reciting the lines. Standing there long-armed and bare-bodied, he bowed down and looked up again. He saw Ramdas in that place. Balakrishna was overwhelmed with love and affection of Ramdas in keeping up his assertions. His eyes were filled with tears of elation. A moment later, it was the saint, and then Ramdas Swami again. The appearances flip-flopped alternately, just like trick scenes in a movie. Balakrishna was bewildered and could not understand the mystery. Saint Gajanan said, Be unperturbed. I am your Ramdas Swami. I lived in Sajjangarh in the past. Now I reside in the garden at Shegao. As per promise given to you last year, I have come to meet you here. Don't harbor any doubts in your mind. Soul remains the same while bodies change. Remember what the Gita says. Come now, offer a seat to me. Sri Gajanan Maharaj held Balakrishna's hand, entered the house, and sat on the seat called Path. The news of the saint's arrival spread like wildfire. Folks flocked at the door to have a glimpse of the seer. Balakrishna adored the saint, musing over his statement. At night, Saint Ramdas appeared in his dreams and said, Saint Gajanan is my reincarnation. Harbor no suspicion, it may harm you. Worshipping him will win my admiration. After seeing the dream with great respect, Balakrishna bowed down to the saint and said, You have removed all my doubts by appearing in my dreams. I am now satisfied with my celebration of Navami. Please do me a favor, stay here for a few days, which the saint did and went back to Shega and was not seen by anyone on the way. May these retreats bring happiness to the devotees.